What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sivaady Unleashed, and let's get right into this. And we have Karoline Leavitt. Man, I love this girl. This girl tells it like it is, has no fear of this fake, phony media, and just gives it to them straight. Now she has the whole party just pulling their hair out because she put out this statement. Check this out.
That the Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world.
Now, as soon as she said this, even though that's 100% truthful, and we're going to see exactly why, they could not handle it. And who do we get? We get Dollar Store Obama, Hakeem Jeffries running his mouth. Look at what he had to say. And then Karoline Leavitt instantly responded back to what he had to say.
And then you got Karoline Leavitt, who's sick. She's out of control. And I'm not sure whether she's just demented, ignorant, a stone cold liar, or all of the above. But the notion that an official White House spokesperson would say that the Democratic Party consists of terrorists, violent criminals, and undocumented immigrants. This makes no sense. That this is what the American people are getting from the Trump administration in the middle of a shutdown.
Look, Hakeem Jeffries is simply lashing out because he knows that I am telling the truth about the modern-day Democrat Party. What I said, and it is a fact, is that the Democrat Party caters more to pro-Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. And let me walk Hakeem through the facts of that statement. When it comes to pro-Hamas terrorists, it was Hakeem's House Democrat caucus that voted against a resolution condemning the October 7th attack on Israel. It was Hakeem Jeffries' Democrat caucus that supported and encouraged the pro-Hamas protests that ravaged college campuses and engaged in illegal harassment of Jewish students across the United States of America under Joe Biden's administration. When it comes to illegal aliens, the American people know the truth about that. The Democrats allowed them to flood our country. Why? Because they view that constituency as their future voters. And when it comes to violent criminals, look at what the Democrats support in terms of crime. Soft on crime policies like cashless bail, like letting violent criminals out back into the streets so they can recommit violent offenses against law-abiding American citizens. The Democrat Party puts Americans last. That's why they overwhelmingly lost the election to President Trump.
And do you see the way Hakeem acts? Like, oh my God, I can't believe you guys call the other side Hitler and all this stuff and Nazis on repeat almost every single day of the week. Now somebody actually calls you out. And look at Karoline Leavitt. What have I been telling you guys this whole time? That is their voting base. That's their new future bloc. That's why they're protecting the illegals as much as they are. So she's 100% right with that. And everything that was going on with those campuses. Remember that they had the campus actually taken over. I think it was in Columbia, where they graffitied up all the halls and all those nice like columns. Then they blocked everything. They blocked the windows with desks and were completely, they took over the building. The police had to go inside to get them out of there. And you didn't have one Democrat condemning any of that stuff. They were completely tearing apart the campus and then just treating the students all crazy, following them, throwing stuff at them, attacking them. And the Democrats not once condemned it whatsoever. And then she's 100% right with the violent criminals. They don't call none of this stuff out. Their Lord and Savior is George Floyd. They don't call none of this stuff out. When any of this stuff, the attacks on the ICE agents or anything, they just completely sit on their hands. And they're even telling you people like Pritzker, The governor in Illinois, even he's saying, oh, back when we get back into power, we're going to prosecute these ICE agents and these people side with violent criminals over law-abiding citizens. They don't care about the victims or the people that got popped and shot over that weekend or that week. They only care about the criminals. And when you allow these repeat offenders just to keep on reoffending and you let them out without a slap on the wrist, that's how you have the Rachel Moore or the Laken Rileys, and the families are completely devastated and will always be empty. And the Democrats don't even care. You even saw when Trump was giving the speech in front of the House and Senate, and they were talking about Nangari. Her mother was up there completely just distraught, will never be the same. And they sat on their hands. They didn't clap for that woman. They don't care. They only care about the criminal. Look at the way they reacted to that compared to the way they reacted for George Floyd, when they kneeled down and all this stuff and they put up all these statues and all that. They only care about the criminal. They don't care about the victims or the Americans that get harmed. Like ICE arresting all these people that are convicted already in their own countries of all these heinous crimes, or even crimes they committed in our country, and they're running the streets. The Democrats never say, oh man, thank goodness they're getting these people out the city. Man, this person is convicted of murder and this person of child abuse and this and that. They don't ever say, thank God ICE is getting these people out of our communities. They want them to stay there. They want as many illegals as possible. That's what you saw over the past 4 years. And now that spigot has gotten cut off, they don't know how to act. And that's why you have like Hakeem Jeffries lashing out, because Karoline Leavitt is 1,000% correct. That's who they appease to. That's who they look at as the real people that they want to help. And it's just a shame, but bravo to her. I love to see her there. Somebody who can tell it like it is. Even her, Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, the way that they all come back, even RFK, all of them, the way that they hold the media and these phony news hosts and all that accountable is great to see. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next one.